Hey everybody, Lord Tremendous here. Got another battle report here for you. 2,500 point battle, and this is Carnival of Chaos GT Prep. That's right, me and Death Holy Death and a handful of others are getting ready to go down to New Orleans at the end of May and hopefully kick ass and chew bubblegum. And we don't plan on bringing any gum. No, that's a lie. I plan on bringing bubblegum. I don't know about Death, but I'm going to have a lot of gum. But yeah, this is us trying to get our lists all dialed in for the GT. Not that that's ever helped me before, but hey, maybe Death will win something, and that would be awesome. This is battle report number 205 for those keeping track at home, and it's me, Lord Tremendous of the Undead Legion, versus Death Holy Death, my Undead Legion rival. And, of course, as always, this is a good game.
Assemble the army!
Here's my list, and there has been a little bit of change in this one, so keep note. I have my Vampire Lord, Lord Tremendous. He's a level 4 wizard with heavy armor, Abyssal Terror, or he's on an Abyssal Terror. He's got the Sword of Might, Enchanted Shield, Talisman of Preservation, Other Trickster Shard, Quick Blood, Red Fury, and the Lore of Vampires. My hero choices are my Lich Priest, Queen Elizabeth, who's a level 2 wizard with the Seed of Rebirth, Dispel Scroll, and Lorna Hekhara, and a Tomb Prince, Dark Vincent, with a great weapon, Armor of Silvered Steel, and the Dragonbane Gem. Last but not least, of course, is my Necrotech Sinister Jeffrey, who's got a Dragon Helm, Iron Curse icon, and Hope. My core choices are 38 zombies with Banner Musician. Yeah, my zombies are starting to get bigger, which means I must like them. 58 Skeleton Warriors, the Fateless, with full command, hand weapon, shield, and light armor. 13 Skeleton Archers, the Queen's Guard, with full command and light armor. And 3 Chariots, Rolling Bones, with Banner Musician and Banner of Eternal Flame. My special choices are 3 Necropolis Knights with Banner Musician, and I want to try a unit with a higher armor save. Just trying these guys out. I love the models, not overly in love with the actual unit, but I want to see if it's me, if it's the unit, if it's a combination of the two, so the only way to figure that out is to use them, so I fielded them. I also have my 3 Medusa Stalkers, those that gaze, and 3 Morghast Harbingers, which are quickly becoming my favorites. My rare choice, of course, is the Casket of Souls. I did not get Death Holy Death's list because it's top secret. It's a closed list GT, and he, you know, if you want to see what it is, get a game with him. So, yeah. Here are my spells, which are exactly what you're looking at right here. And here's deployment. For the most part, I was more curious than anything else. Death Holy Death wanted to do an objective game. So if you can kind of see in the background there, the Meowth, that is his objective. The bear in the forest on my right flank is my objective. And the 3 little charge arrows there are 3 other middle objectives. This is an objective game that we took right out of the Carnival of Chaos. That's really all we did, though, was the objectives. Each objective that you capture is worth 200 points, victory points, and the only units that can capture it are core units that generate fortitude. So, it's interesting. It's interesting. So, yeah, they're in there, and I'll be perfectly honest with you when it comes to objective games. I kind of see that as me getting an advantage because I believe my opponent is going to go after the objectives, and I can hopefully get him into some bad positioning so that I can destroy his units. And if I pick up a couple of objectives along the way, then so be it. But really, I just want to try to kill everything across the table. It's not the greatest idea or strategy in the world. Do not mimic it, but it's one that I enjoy, and that's what I'm going for. Hey, it's my 70 bucks. I'll spend it on the GT as I want. Here's Death's right flank, which consists of his Crypt Horrors, his Mortis Engine, and a big old unit of Skeleton Warriors with a Ghoul King, a Tomb Prince, and 2 level 2 vampires in there. And here's his center, which consists of his Terrorgeist, a unit of zombies with a level 4 Laura Light, or Life, I can't remember, Light, I think it is, Light, in that unit of zombies. In the middle there's another unit of zombies, behind them is a Casket of Souls, next to them is another unit of zombies, and in front of them is some dire wolves. Here's my right flank, which consists from right to left of my zombies, a Casket of Souls. Ignore the bear, that's just an objective marker. My archers with Lich Priest installed, and in front of them are my Skeleton Warriors with Necrotech and Tomb Prince installed. And here's my center, which consists of some chariots, the harbingers, and the snakes. And my left flank, which consists of my vampire lord on his terror. Here's top of one after movement, and I got to go first. And to be honest with you, I didn't see any reason to move. He's got to come to me. He's going to come to me. And so, yeah, my magic phase is abysmal. My shooting phase is out of range. So we go to bottom of one after movement, and he advances. In top of one, I did move my Vampire Lord up about halfway down the board, just so that he was in optimal range for Curse of Years and Deathwind and all that other good stuff. But for the most part, during bottom of one, he's coming forward carefully, cautiously, and in Counter to Chaos, hills completely block line of sight. Doesn't matter if you're a large target, if you're a gigantic target, that hill blocks line of sight to everything. So that hill in the middle of the table there, I can't see him, which is a little frustrating. During his magic phase, he gets a couple of augments off, one on the Skeleton Warriors, one on the Ghouls, and I just don't care. Nothing else happens. He doesn't shoot. He doesn't do any offensive magic. So we go to top of two after movement, and I adjust a little bit. My Vampire Lord goes behind the house over there on Death's side of the table. I want either the Mortis Engine or the Terrorgeist. I will take either. I'd like to get both. And if I can throw the casket in there as well, then hey, awesome. My snakes did try to come on the table. I misfired with them though, and they ended up misfiring 5, and they came on my table side. So what can you do? So, but they're in at least. At least they didn't get claimed by the Sands. So they're in, and they're over on the left side there, as you can see, with the little miscast dice 5 next to them. And the rest of my army just kind of hangs tight because I know they're coming. So bring it on, you bastards. There's a better picture of my snakes misfiring 5 onto the table right where they're at. During the magic phase, I get Deadly Winds off from my Vampire Lord, which is a neat little spell. I kind of underestimated it because for most armies, you don't see so many ranks in each unit. So there's 4 units with a ton of ranks. So I was like, why not? I'll try it out. And it does a healthy amount of damage. A bunch of the zombies get killed. A handful of the skeletons get killed, which I'm very happy about. And then I don't remember what spell it is. Maybe it's Gaze. Maybe it's something else. I can't remember. Maybe it was just shooting. But something puts like 4 wounds total on the Terrorgeist, and that's awesome. Oh, that's what it was. It was the Casket of Souls. It actually went off on the Terrorgeist and almost killed it. That was unfortunate it didn't die. He was able to regen one of the wounds, but that was still pretty cool. So, with all that said and done, we go over here to bottom of 2 after movement. And once again, Death Holy Death, a little pissed off, comes at me, bro. Can't really blame the guy for doing it, but yeah, he comes at me quick, fast, and in a hurry. He needs to kill me before I kill him. During his magic phase, he gets Curse of Years off on my Skeleton Warriors. To be perfectly honest, I didn't care. I let it go because I wanted to stop the rest of his spells, which I do. And I end up losing 8 skeletons to it, which I really didn't care that much about. 8 skeletons in a unit of 60 isn't that big of a deal. With nothing else going on in 2, we go over here to top of 3 after movement. And my chariots, the flaming banner, and my snakes slam into the ghoul horror guys, crypt horrors, because I want to kill them. And I don't see any better way to do it. My Vampire Lord slams into the Terrorgeist, which is the exact same reason. I want to kill it before it can do anything. And the rest of my army just starts to posture a little bit to get ready to countercharge his Skeleton Warriors in case my chariots and snakes flub against the Crypt Horrors. There's a better picture of the Skeleton chariots and the snakes slamming into the Ghoul Horrors. I sent both units in case one didn't make the charge, but leave it to me to make it with both units. So that was cool. I'm happy about that. And there's a better picture of my Vampire Lord making into the Terrorgeist, which is super sexy. Oh, yeah, that's right. And my zombies did try to charge his dire wolves and failed. But I'm not upset about that. They're zombies. They're really not meant to charge or anything like that. They're a little slow. So it's okay, zombies. It's okay. Nothing happens in the magic phase or the shooting phase. So we go into combat, and I flub horrendously. I only get 2d6 strength, 4 flaming impact hits onto the horrors, and I roll a 4. I think 1 wounded, which sucked. It was enough to get rid of his flaming, or his regen at least, but it really ate at me a lot. Of course, I end up flubbing with most of my attacks. I do, I shouldn't be that down about it. I end up doing 5 wounds after combat res, which is actually pretty abysmal considering how much I just threw at this unit. And his skeleton warriors with all of his characters are pretty excited to be able to slam into the flank of my chariots, which spells the demise of both of these units. But little lackluster. Chariots are not making me happy, and the snakes really didn't do anything at all. Little frustrating, I won't lie. Over here, however, the Vampire Lord, who always likes to produce, was able to take out the Terrorgeist with little effort, and he turns to face where the Skeleton Warriors are going to be and stuff, because I might just have to charge him into the unit and try to take out his characters in order to save this debacle that was the Chariot Snake charge. But the Terrorgeist is dead, and that's a huge relief. Over here, it just happened during the magic phase. Yeah, forgot to take this picture and stuff like that. But bottom line is, I tried to stop Curse of Years on 3d6, needing an 8, and I rolled a 6. 2 1s and a 4. So, yeah, as you can see, the unit gets gutted. Death Holy Death rolls more 5s and 6s than should be allowed. And, yeah, I lose a ton of my unit. So, awesome. So, with my head held low, we go over here to bottom of 3 after movement. And there's a little bit. Not a ton. His skeletons charge into the flank of my chariots, as we all know he would. His mortis engine runs over to get a better angle. It's screaming at my vampire lord, and the zombies just kind of do their thing. The dire wolves, I did shoot at him a couple of, and killed I think 1 or 2 last turn. Nothing really worth reporting about. There's a better picture of his skeleton warriors and all of his characters slamming into the flank of my chariots, and we all know what's going to happen there. During his magic phase, he gets to speed a light off on his Crypt Ghouls, as well as Invocation, which heals a bunch of them, which is just fantastic. And then, rolling 2d6 this time, I try to dispel Curse of Years and fail yet again. I think I rolled 2 2s this time. So yeah, I'm down to about, what is that, 16 models in that unit. It's just breaking my damn heart. Then over here in combat, chariots and snakes get obliterated. They do absolutely nothing. So yeah, not thrilled with that at all. So we go over here to top of 4 after movement, and I go all in. What else can I do? My Vampire Lord goes into the rear, my snakes go into the flank, and the Morghast guys go into the front. The Morghast are on an assassination mission, the snakes are on a combat res mission, and my general is going to try to do as much damage as humanly possible to that unit, because if I could pop it in this charge, which I could potentially do, that would be absolutely fantastic. So we'll see. I mean, it's not like I'm going to win this game if I hang back, right? On the right side there, my zombies charge his direwolves and finally make it. So there's 12 points I should be able to get no problem. And the rest of my army is either gutted or archers. Or a casket. And I'm not moving my casket. There's a better picture of my zombies slamming into his direwolves, and I'm excited about that. And there's a better picture of the rest of my living army, well, quote-unquote living army, slamming into his skeleton warriors, because I need to pop this unit to have any hope at all of winning this game. During the magic phase, I get Incantation of Desiccation off on the skeleton warriors. It's just -1 strength, -1 toughness, but it's enough, I hope, to help me out. And then I throw 3 dice to try to dispel Curse of Years, and fail. Necrotech dies, and all but 4 or 5 of the skeleton warriors die. It's one of those things. So we go over here into combat, because shooting is pointless. And sure enough, the zombies are able to kill off 3 of the dogs. I think I lose 2 zombies for my efforts, but you know what? So what? The dogs are dead, and I feel good about that. Over here, after combat res and everything, his Crypt Ghoul actually, his Ghoul King flubs pretty bad. I think I'm able to take out his Tomb Prince with Killing Blow. My snakes do pretty well. My general does really well, but in the end, he's got like 7 or 8 skeletons left, and his Ghoul King and a vampire, maybe 2 vampires. So not as good as I would have liked it to be. I know I'm grabbing at straws, but now I'm screwed because his ghouls are going to charge in the flank of my snakes. zombies or something like that are going to slam into, what's it called, my Morgas, and I just don't have the momentum anymore to win this game. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to try. So we go over here to bottom of 4 after movement, and exactly what I said happens. It's like I was there. His ghouls slam into the side of my snakes, his zombies slam into my Morghasts, and everything else he has giggles because, well, it's just kind of funny to see what's about to happen. There's a better picture of the debacle that this game has become, or this combat anyway, and so, yeah, that's going to suck. And during the magic phase, nothing happens. I throw 2 dice to try to dispel Curse of Years again and fail again. Needless to say, I think he needs 2s this time, and the whole unit dies. And you know what? The hell with it. It was meant to die. There was nothing I could do. I could have thrown 5 dice at it and still failed. Unbelievable. Over here in combat, it's not great. Bonus is my Morghast is able to Killing Blow his Ghoul King, which was exciting. My snakes don't get obliterated by the ghouls. With the zombies into my, what's it called, general and everything like that, my Abyssal Terror was actually able to wail on them for a little bit, so that was cool. I do take some damage pretty much everywhere. I don't remember if I win or lose this combat, but I'm still in this combat. And none of the units that are involved are looking very pristine right now, except for maybe the Crypt Horrors. But all in all, this combat could have went a lot worse, and I'm okay with it. With that said, we go over here to top of 5 after movement, and I move my archers up a little bit to take pot shots at his Mortis engine, and my zombies look at his zombies and go, yay! During the magic phase, I'm able to get Invocation and a Heck off. Thank God. It's not huge, but it's something, and I am able to heal some wounds. I heal like 1 wound off the snakes because I think that's all I can do. I heal a couple of wounds off on the Morghast, which is pretty good, and I'm able to heal a wound off my Terror. So it's something. It's a step in the right direction, right? Then we go into combat, and it goes okay, actually. I'm able to finish off the Skeleton Warriors and net all of his characters. My General turns to face his zombies. My Morghasts are out of combat now, and they stay right where they're at because they're good. And my Snakes are able to turn and face the Ghouls, which is awesome because, well, my Snake is dead, but at least he's going to die staring his enemy in the face. With all that said and done, we go over here to bottom of 5 after movement, and yeah. The Mortis engine does its pulse thing and obliterates the snakes, which allows the Crypt Horrors to charge my Morghast, my 1 remaining Morghast, because it got obliterated by the damn pulse as well. It hurts my General, gives everybody else regen, and yeah, my Morghast just got hit in the flank by Crypt Ghouls with 1 wound left. It's screwed. My General is just gonna try to do the very best that he can. He's probably gonna get screamed to death, and I had it. I was about to clutch victory out of the jaws of defeat just to be pulsed back into failure. There's a better picture of his Crypt Horrors taking advantage of the situation and slamming into the flank of a Morghast, so just all bad. During his magic phase, he gets Foz protection off on the zombies. I think he was just trying to draw out my dispel dice. I'm not 100%. With no shooting, doing anything of any real relevance, we go into combat, and the Crypt Ghouls have no problem putting the last wound on the Morghast, which is not the Morghast's fault. I don't blame them for this at all. That was just Death Holy Death outplaying me. Then over here, I do really well, but 3 zombies survive. Didn't do perfect, but I did well. 3 zombies survive, and now I'm screwed. Speaking of screwed, here's top of 6 after movement, and my zombies charge his zombies, and that's it. Everything else I have is archers, a casket, or in combat, or dead. There's a better picture of my zombies slamming into his zombies, so that'll be fun. Nothing worth of note happens in the magic or shooting phase, so we go into combat, and my zombies are able to kill 3 or 4 of his zombies, and he's able to kill 3 of my zombies. I win. He loses like 1 more, and we don't care. In the combat with my General versus the last 3 zombies, I'm able to kill them, and then I turn to face the Crypt Horrors, and I didn't get a picture of it because who cares. So we go over here to bottom of 6, and as you can see, the Crypt Horrors have charged my General, the zombies have charged my General, and even the Mortis engine has charged my General. So just flipping outstanding. There's a better picture of the rest of his army slamming into basically the rest of mine. During the magic phase, he get Briona's Time Warp off onto Crypt Horrors because he wasn't going to win this combat enough without casting it, so what can you do? And after screaming, I think he does like 1 wound to the terror, and we go into combat. And yeah, it's not great. I flub pretty much. I put my attacks into his Mortis engine just because why not? I figured maybe the explosion would be funny, and he's able to regen all of them. All of them without fail. He's not able to wound or kill me or anything like that, but with combat res, he does the 3 or 4 needed to just end me. And yeah, I put as many as I could on his mount, and then I put the other 3 that were remaining on him because I had to, and he dies. So my general dies. You know, I mean, I guess it's kind of epic. He sent his entire army after him. Well, the entire remaining army after him, with the exception of some zombies. So all in all, I can live with that. And then over here, there's more zombie on zombie action. I think it's either a tie or I win by 1. It doesn't matter. It's zombies. So yeah, after all is said and done, there it is, guys. There's the end of the game, and not great, not great. Really good game, don't get me wrong, but not great for my side of the table. In the end, since his zombies were able to pick up the, I think about 400 points in markers, his objective and the objective in the middle, I believe he ended up with about 400 points, and my zombies never actually picked up the objective because I forgot all about it because I don't think about these things. And so yeah, I should have moved my archers over to pick up the bear objective. I should have had my zombies pick up the objective on the right flank. I just didn't think about it, like, at all, like an idiot, and I got what I deserved. So yeah, I lose this game due to not paying attention to the objective, and God knows I've done that before. But we'll get to the recap in a second because right now this game is over.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Hey guys, you know these tokens, you've seen them 100 times, and you know what? Every time you see them, if you haven't bought them yet, you're just wasting time. Get these tokens. All of the lords of whatever spell you're casting, all the wound counters. You see me use them in every single game, and you've never heard me since I've been using the counters going, I can't remember how many wounds I had, or what spell was on this guy, or whatever. And they're flawless. They're awesome. You're the envy of everyone you play against. Send Token Gal an email. Get these tokens. They're dirt cheap, but they're solid gold quality, guys. I'm telling you, you cannot go wrong. A lot of people have already ordered them, and nobody's returned any. Nobody's even asked to return any. All they do is they order more. Get yours. Get them soon. You're wasting time, and these are totally worth it. Tell her Tremendous sent you. Hey guys, I got another great deal for you. Movement trays. We all use them. We all need them. If you're watching this report, you have some or you need some. And do I have the vendor for you? This guy makes solid metal movement trays. I mean, cuts them to your specifications using a galvanized metal. It's not that cheap, thin, weak aluminum. This stuff is sturdy. I'm using them. I used them all throughout this game. Take a look at the pictures. They're all in there. I love these trays. They're metal, so they auto-magnetize. You know, well, provided you put magnets on your guys. And he does them dirt cheap, guys. I'm telling you. He's got an eBay page. There's an email on here. Get a hold of this guy. Get yourself some movement trays and get yourself organized. You're going to be thrilled. You can paint them. You can do everything. These things are awesome. My local game store guy is literally in contact with this guy so that he can become a vendor. That's how high quality these things are. So I'm telling you guys, give this guy an email. Check out his eBay page. Get yourself some movement trays and stop playing like a Neanderthal. Tell him Tremendous sent you. You won't regret it. Yeah, that's right. I don't know if you were paying attention or not, but we got a few new pictures. So not only does Unleashed Wargaming paint amazing models for commission and stuff like that, send him an email. He does excellent work, as you've seen from the pictures. Not only does he do all the different Magic lore cards for Warhammer Fantasy, I mean every lore. You want Storms of Magic? Send him an email. You want Lore of Fire? Send him an email. You want every lore that's ever been out in 8th edition? Send him an email. These things are solid. They're laminated. They're on cardstock. They're Photoshop made. They're amazing. And they're good. They're well priced, guys. I'm telling you. And now he's also doing 40K cards. The psychic stuff or whatever. I don't play 40K, but if you do, there's nothing wrong with that. But there is something wrong with it if you don't get these cards and if you don't have your models painted by them. Just throwing it out there. Just, you know, you may, if you feel guilty, that's because you know you're wrong. But send this guy an email, get your models looking good, get the cards that you need, get your real game going, and tell him Tremendous sent you. You're not going to regret it. That's right. You knew this was coming eventually. In conjunction with Unleashed Wargaming and Lonehammer, we have opened an online store with hats, shirts, and I think that's it for right now. Maybe dice and stuff like that later on, as well as other gear, maybe, you know, dice cups, whatever. We'll think of something. But we're doing a trial thing. For the next month and a half or so, we're going to have this online store. The website is here. It'll be in the description of the page and everything like that. But yeah, if you want a t-shirt, if you want a hat, if you want to wear paraphernalia, by all means, head over to this store, check it out, get yourself some Lord Tremendous gear. God knows I have. and yeah, this is your chance. If you like Lonehammer, if you like Unleashed Wargaming, if you like Lord Tremendous, you can get this stuff. And if you don't like us, you can get it and you can set it on fire and send it to us as a threat. It's awesome. But yeah, go to the website. It'll be here. It's on this channel, obviously, or on the description, and get yourself some gear. We're going to try it out for a month and see how it goes, and if it keeps up, then we'll keep adding to it, and if not, well, we'll pretend like we never did it. But yeah, guys, by all means, and if there's anything you want to see on the store or anything like that, throw it in the comments section, and if we like it, we'll make it happen. So yeah, after all was said and done, like I said, I ended up losing once again to Death Holy Death. Not by a ton. It was due to like 300-400 points from objectives, but it is what it is. We didn't really bother to total it up, but it wasn't close after objectives. I ended up losing my Vampire Lord, my Snakes, my Chariots, my Morghast, my Skeleton Warriors, my Necrotech, and my Prince. Death Holy Death ended up losing his Terrorgeist, his Skeleton Warriors, 1 unit of zombies, his Ghoul King, 2 vampires, a Tomb Prince, and a Casket. But keep in mind, he also had like 2 or 3 objective markers to my, I think maybe 1, not even. I don't think I got any, to be honest with you. Winds of Death was a pretty useful spell in this game. I'd been ignoring it for the most part, swapping it out for Invocation. I don't care about getting, what's it called? Raised Dead, because I just don't have the zombie models. I have them on the unit, but that's really all I have. So I could make some more, I guess, but I don't really care that much about that spell. I like the other ones better. So Winds of Death is definitely going to be one that I'm going to try to use more often, especially when I run into, ranks and ranks and ranks in multiple units like this, because it's actually quite useful in this situation. Curse of Years and my inability to roll an 8 to dispel it was unbelievable. 4 failed attempts to dispel the curse. 4! I mean, I guess they were just meant to die horribly, of immediate old age, but oh, did that eat at my soul. I gotta be honest, I know this is like only the first time I've played them in a 2,500 point game since forever, but they were, the Snakes, the Necro Knights or whatever they were really lackluster. They did not do much damage. I was rolling average too, and granted they were against horrors, but the horrors had lost their regen save, and it was just painful to see how easily the Snakes were dealt with. Like I said, they weren't completely awful or anything like that, but they disintegrated after that flank charge. I did like the 3-up armor save though, and the toughness 4 was nice. It got me thinking about other knights that are available to me, so expect to see some more changes in future lists. Once again, the Morghast did great. They took down the Ghoul King. They took down the Tomb Prince after the Ghoul King flubbed, of course. I'm definitely glad I have them in the list, and I don't plan on taking them out anytime soon. But as always, this was an excellent game against Death Holy Death. I learned a lot, which is good because that's one of the main reasons that we're doing this right now. And I still want to tinker with my list somewhat. I'm not quite 100% happy with it, but I don't hate it either. So that's a good place to be, I guess. Death Holy Death, as always, is an incredible opponent. Seriously, guys, you get the opportunity to play against this guy, do it. It's worth it. It's fun. And win or lose, you've earned it. So that's always something. And definitely looking forward to the rematch. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for this battle report. Number 205 is officially in the record books, or in the YouTube records, I guess. As always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, feel free to put them in the comment section below, and I will get back to you as quick as I can. But yeah, guys, thanks.